When you have a problem with your dog's behavior and you're not sure why they're behaving that way or what you can do to stop it, then maybe it's time to get professional help. But who are you gonna call? Definitely not the Ghostbusters. But should you get a dog trainer or a dog behaviorist? What exactly do they do and how are they different? This can actually be a little bit confusing because there is no official classification. But in this video, I will explain to you exactly what the difference is and who you should get help from in what situation. I'm Sif, I'm a veterinarian and pet behaviorist, which means that I'm like a psychiatrist for dogs. I help dog parents help their dogs become calmer and free of fear and anxiety. Welcome to my dog couch, where I explain how dogs think, what they are feeling, how they learn, and how we can use that knowledge to solve behavior problems. If you're new to my channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you'll be notified when I upload a new video. It's really important for dog parents to understand the role of different dog behavior professionals. To make it even easier to understand, we can compare the different roles to the roles of human mental health professionals. I'm going to talk about 4 different kinds of professionals that work with dog parents to help dogs behave better. So let's dive in. First of all, we have the dog trainer. A dog trainer could be compared to a life coach for people. They're often really good at their job and their training can be transformative. They teach appropriate behaviors in dogs, including puppy training classes, fly ball, agility, nose work, all that kind of fun stuff. They also work with preventive counseling, so they set the pet up for success. They teach you how to raise and train your puppy in the correct way. They also help you to correct normal but undesirable behavior, like for example, jumping up or barking too much. The techniques that they use are all kinds of different techniques. But the problem is that there are so many theories and methods out there that it can be difficult to find the right person who is truly trained according to what science tells us are the best methods. And no, not all methods are equal. I'll give you my top tips on how to find a good trainer at the end of this video. So the next professional, a behavior technician. This could be likened to a psychiatric nurse for a human. This person, she works with veterinarians to take history and to sign and implement a treatment program. So they manage the advice, they do problem screening up front, and they work with the clients and the veterinarians. They often do follow-up as well for the vet, but they don't make patient diagnosis and they don't prescribe any drugs or recommend drugs. The third kind of dog behavior professional is a certified animal behaviorist. This person could be likened to a psychologist. They have had some further training in animal behavior and they can diagnose normal versus abnormal behavior. So they can do all the roles of a trainer or a behavior technician, and also they can diagnose normal versus abnormal behavior. So they've studied abnormal behavior in dogs, so they can tell you if your dog's behavior is normal behavior that's just in the wrong context, for example, or if the behavior is truly abnormal, which is actually quite rare. Then the fourth kind of behavior professional is a veterinary behaviorist. A veterinary behaviorist is a little bit like a psychiatrist for pets. They work completely independently. They do all of the above. They can act as a trainer. They have studied training. They also can do everything that a behavioral technician or a certified animal behaviorist does. But they are also veterinarians, so they have in-depth knowledge of how different medical issues can affect an animal's behavior. They can also make diagnosis, so they can tell normal behavior from abnormal behavior, and when they're dealing with abnormal behavior, they can also sometimes prescribe medication that can help in the treatment, and they make a treatment plan and work. Sometimes they work with other professionals like technicians or trainers to implement the behavior plan that is designed according to the diagnosis. So a veterinary behaviorist has many hats and is the most highly educated of these professionals. So in certain situations, you are going to want to work with a veterinary behaviorist rather than just a normal behaviorist or a dog trainer. So that I hope this has cleared up some questions for you, and now I'm going to give you my tips on how to find a good trainer. So first of all, like I said, it can be a little bit difficult because there's no universal training for dog trainers. So they're all trained in a different way, and there are some different philosophies. So first you should ask the trainer about their methods. So what methods they use and what philosophy they have for training. And make sure that it's something that you're comfortable with. Look for a trainer who uses positive reinforcement training so that they reward the dog for appropriate behavior and teach alternative behaviors instead of inappropriate ones. And they're not using punishment or any kind of methods or training gear that can cause stress, anxiety, fear, or pain in your dog. Make sure that you know what kind of dog behavior specialist you need according to the professions I talked about earlier in this video. You also want to ask a potential trainer about their education and what credentials they have. Some of them have learned through apprenticeship and years of experience, and others have taken courses with organizations that you can check out. So you might want to check out some resources by official organizations such as the Association of Professional Dog Trainers in America. They have a website. There's also some other websites that I will link down in the description below. So anyway, regardless of how impressed other dog owners or students may have been with this trainer, you don't want to skip your research anyway. The trainer needs to be the right teacher for you, your dog, and your individual needs. So once you've found a couple of trainers, go and have a chat with them. Speak with them to get a feel for their personality and people skills as well, because it's really important that you can work with this person, and they should use positive reinforcement also with their human students and not just with the dogs. So they should be kind, patient, encouraging, and respectful to both you and your dog. So perhaps they will allow you to observe a class, or you can watch the dogs and the students and make sure that everyone is enjoying themselves. Lastly, if you need help with your dog's behavior, you can head on over to my website, sifthevet.com. I'll link it in the description of this video. And there you can see options for working with me if you are looking for an online veterinary behaviorist. Until next time, ciao from Italy.